Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jackson and I are going to do one cast today. He's on the other side of the boat. Excuse me. Today is Monday, the 27th of September. And they're running a lot of water, which is a good thing because they really needed to clean the lake out. It was really getting nasty. A lot of moss and algae and all kinds of stuff. It's going to tell you how much water they're running. They've been running it since about 1 o'clock. Looks like just a little less than 150, which is 3 units, 9,300 CFS. It's a lot of water. So I'm sure they are injecting a lot of liquid oxygen in that water coming through the turbines. I'm just below lookout. I'm going to start right here at this big snag. I'm going to work an 1/8 ounce ginger jig with a brown head with 4-pound line. I'm just going to work the bank. Didn't think I'd ever say this, but it's kind of rare that they're running this much water. And I haven't worked this jig with an 1/8 ounce jig. I haven't worked this bank with an 1/8 ounce jig in quite a while. Should find some big fish along it. There's been a lot of browns spotted up here below lookout, staging for their run up to the dam. Nothing on the first cast, I don't think. Nope. That sun's just about ready to go down below the horizon, so it's going to be out of the camera's eyes here shortly. That was the bottom. They might start dropping the water while I'm fishing before I'm done. I might have to go to a lighter jig. I'm using a ginger because I tend to have pretty good luck catching browns on either white or ginger. Water's relatively clean. There's a few leaves floating around, but it stands to reason the leaves are starting to dry up a little bit on the trees and starting to fall, but I haven't seen a lot of color yet. Not a lot of fishing reports. Still doing pretty good on the pink jig. Not pink jig, the pink power worm under a float below Fall Creek. Night crawlers has been pretty good. Fishing is just, it's varied from day to day. Of course, morning is still the best. The only time I've been out was last Friday morning, and I had a guide trip, donated a trip to a conservation group. Had a father-son, they wanted to fly fish, so we came up here with the water off Friday morning, and we fished some midges, some scuds, the mega worm, And we did the best on zebra midges, but it wasn't very good. And I don't think they caught anything under over 12 inches. Maybe one at 13. It was slow and the fish were small. I noticed that there was a little bit of wind today. I'm sure that helped things. Once the sun gets up, that wind starts. I did hear black jigs under a float in the deeper holes when that sun gets up. That was bottom, I think. Nothing on my jig though. Still catching them on jerk baits early and late. Dwayne was about ready to go out on a trip. And some other guys are already out throwing jerk baits down below me. They've been picking up a few. I did take that Friday morning, some of the guys were complaining about the oxygen being low. I had my meter, and I've got it here with me now. And I did take a reading Friday morning. I've not taken one tonight. But Friday morning it was 6.5, which is really good. Well, for this time of year, it's very good. I'm not sure if 6.5, you really can't blame the oxygen for bad fishing. The bites that we were getting at that time were very short. They'd bite it and you had to get it quick. The guys I had weren't used to using 7X tippet, and it's hard to set the hook hard and fast without breaking the line. It takes practice, I guess. So they broke off quite a few flies. You just have to get practice. Felt like I picked up something. A little bit. I do have a sculpin, or actually an olive and ginger jig. I'll throw it here in just a second. Let's go ahead and throw that. I'm still picking up a lot of moss. Algae. got a lot of feathers on it. We'll pull the stems out, and then I'm gonna trim it. This is an 1/8 ounce jig still. I've also heard somebody say that there've been, and browns will do this when they're moving up and staging before they go up to spawn. They jump. They jump clean out of the water. There's not real sure why. But Darren and some of the guys have been out saying that they're seeing more browns jumping, and they jump along the bluff bank primarily. This bank and the bluff bank below Fall Creek. Now, it's not October yet. October is usually the big month when the bulk of the browns will move up. But I haven't seen or heard one jump tonight, so this is about when you start to see and hear them. Rainbows don't do that. Oh man. Lake is on vacation this week, and he is fishing at Bennett Springs today and tomorrow. Then he'll be on the White River Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, he'll be on the White River tomorrow. He was on Bennett yesterday and today, and he'll be on the White tomorrow and Wednesday. And I don't know where he'll be on Thursday. Yeah, I think that was a bum. The water is slowing down. And it has dropped about a foot since I started fishing. I'm gonna fish this eddy coming up. And then I'm gonna dive to the other side of the lake and get out my 32nd ounce jig and fish the rest of the way down. Because this is not working. This is the eddy that's got the rope swing and the, what I call the deer stand in it. Usually catch fish out of here, but maybe not tonight. Dwayne was leaving the dock or waiting for a client before I left. And he said he would do one cast on Friday before his trip. I hadn't got a touch. Haven't got a bite. It's the last cast before I dive to the other side. When the water's off, I've noticed there are a fair number of fish on this bluff bank. And you'll usually find some bigger fish on this bank, bluff bank, like in the morning. But there's still a lot of fish that hang in the middle. And there are even more fish that hang over on in the shallow side. That's why I'm going to go over here. I'll throw this a couple times. Oops. Sorry about that. Since it's an 1/8 ounce, I've got to work it a little faster. It's not as deep over here. Yeah, see? Other way. Oh my gosh. You're right over my line. One more with this, and I'm going to go to the 32nd. Here comes Dwayne. Maybe he'll be my good luck charm. Nope. Aha! See the first midge fish that came up and took a midge right there, so that's a good sign. I have a sculpin jig, sculpin head, 2-pound line, 3/32 ounce. So if they want something a little slower, smaller profile, they're still around a lot of water. They really haven't dropped it any more than that foot. Guys, at night, there are a lot of people fishing at night now. There used to be nobody up here at night in a boat. Occasionally you'll get a boat. But they said that there were like 9 or 10 boats up here on Saturday. So these fish are getting hammered at night. And they're throwing jerk baits and they're throwing jigs. For the most part, there are some people that are still throwing flies, streamers. Saw one guy on Facebook was throwing a mouse fly. Come on, fish. This is going to be your spot. I have to catch one before I get down to the narrows. Ha! There we go. I caught a fish. About the size one we're catching on Friday. That's the keeper size, about 12, and man, he's fat too. Something on my jig. You come up here in the morning once that sun gets up, man, you can see all the fish. Water's super clear. Problem is they can see you. You got to be real stealthy with your cast, or you throw it out there and just wait for them to come back after you cast it. If you're casting something with a float, at least. I'm at the top of the narrows right now. I am slowing the boat down just a tad. So when I work that jig back, I'm working it kind of back up against the current. That keeps the jig up off the bottom just a little bit. It's not sinking to the bottom, getting all mossed up. I think I just had another little bump. It's less than 3 foot deep here. I'm down at the bottom of the narrows now, and it's starting to get deeper. That's where we'll have some fish holding. So that water starts to get deeper, they'll sit on those drop-offs. I'll throw a few more times here. Need to slow down. Not sure if we're going to have a pretty fall or not. Typically we don't have a lot of colors. We've got a lot of oak trees. They just don't get real pretty. Sometimes they do. Keep wanting to say last cast, but I'm not quite there yet. I know I'm running out of daylight. We'll say 2 more casts. Last cast. It's really quiet out there tonight. I'm really letting this one sink. I need to turn my lights on. Okay, 1 fish, 1 bite. Slow. Thanks for watching. We'll do it again tomorrow. Bye.